Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'll be covering another match from the Battle Frontier Battle Tower. If you haven't seen my last video, I will link it down below and definitely check it out so you hear more about what this team format's all about. But a brief rundown, it's 7 versus 7 and first to 11 points on a team wins the series. And then of course there's 5 weeks, so every week you face a different team. And the winner of all 5 weeks qualifies for World Championships for this grassroots format, for team format. So definitely the biggest team format there is at the moment. So there's definitely a lot on the line. And last week, in the last video, spoiler if you haven't seen it, it was a very close match and we won by just 1 point in the end. So let's hope it's not as close this week. But we are facing off against FletchinDErella Story, but we'll be facing off against them. And my team's are Cool Cats. So let's kick it off with the first battle. Before we get into the battles, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you'd like private one-on-one coaching, scrims against me, some of my league guides and strategies ahead of time, or even tune into my live stream battles, feel free to sign up through the Patreon link down below. And the first match here is myself versus NapalmRage, and I am playing Ultra League. So just like last week, there's 1 player in Great League, 1 player in Ultra League, 1 player in Master League, and then 4 field metas, 2 different field metas. So Ultra League, it's open Ultra League, but there's a point system, so certain things are eligible and certain things, everything's eligible for the most part, I think, but certain things are just more expensive. So I have my Como here, and I can't remember what the rest of my team is. Yeah, I have a Pelper in the back, so this is kind of exactly where I want to see this Unova Stunfisk. And in comes a Venusaur, and it's actually a Razorleaf Venusaur, which kind of surprised me. I shouldn't have gone for the Shadow Ball. I should have gone for the full farm down and left with like 100 energy. So kind of a misplay by me, but I got a little surprised there, I guess, and got too antsy with it, I think. But yeah, I should have left with like 100 energy. It would have made this matchup a lot easier. Able to take a Mud Bomb though, and still get off this Disarming Voice. And I think if they shield, I could just incinerate down. So they're up a shield, and they have their own Skeldritch in the back. But we're in a good spot because we not only have Como that has energy, I also have a Pelper. And I could probably just no-shield the potential Shadow Ball there, but I figure it's probably better to shield the first one. And Pelper's going to be in a good spot here. So everything's on a point system. I think Pelper was like a free one. But yeah, there's a whole point system. You can check out the Battle Frontier website for more details if you like. But yeah, able to start off with a point for the team. Not quite there. Doesn't matter. Como has energy here. And I don't know if this armor was enough to take it out. Yeah, not enough. But yeah, looking at this team composition, my Como is fairly strong into the composition. Skeldritch is also fairly strong outside of really the Unova Stunfisk. I grabbed Skeldritch because last week my opponent had Skeldritch and it was very strong. So I figured it was going to be a good pick and ended up being pretty solid. I ran a similar team back, except instead of the Como, I have Greedent, which is going to definitely play more favorably in this specific matchup. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So we're going to let this move go. It's just going to be Disarming Voice. Not a huge deal. I'm not sure what's going on my screen there. And then I pivot over to Skeldritch, which honestly, I think I should have came in. Pelipper here. I don't know. They obviously don't have Stunfisk, otherwise they would have came in, but oh, they do have Stunfisk, but they catch out on the Stunfisk. Actually a really big catch by them. Smart play for sure. I unfortunately can't really I end up shielding, yeah. It puts me in a kind of a weird spot, unfortunately. I'm gonna go for the hard hitting Shadow Ball because I don't think I get to 2 Disarming Voices anyway. We get the move off, which is kind of nice. And I get this Body Slam off. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be kind of tough because it's not really an easy way for me to incinerate this thing down. And I can't wing attack this down. So I'm going to try to incinerate down, but unfortunately they have way too much energy. And yeah, and then we're just not going to get to move in time here. Oh, and the catch. Oh my gosh. This opponent's playing really well, honestly. 2 catches there that really saved them. I don't know if that first one would have mattered, but yeah, would have definitely been nice here. You can see a little Discord screen share. So in team formats, you are allowed to screen share to your opponents, to your teammates, I should say. To opponents wouldn't help much. But so I had some teammates recording my match that was screen sharing to Discord. All right, fantastic lead. Good counter swap as well. This is feeling pretty good for me overall. Let's see how it goes. But I have the Como in the back this time. And it looks pretty strong into everything. The main thing I'm expecting... Well, they came out with Skelders into my Alolan Ninetales. So the only other thing that could really beat my Alolan Ninetales at this point is probably a Venusaur. And Como's going to be pretty good in that situation. I'm expecting maybe the Unova Stunfisk again. But we do get the Gutsword out. And this is going to be pretty good for me. I'm expecting the... Yeah, I'm expecting the Stunfisk. Yeah, here it is. And especially because of the Thundershot variant as well. Going to be even better for my Como-O. I think I just need to wear this down. I don't even need to necessarily take this out. I just need to wear it down so that my Alolan Ninetales can clean up. Because even if they get the something from my Alolan Ninetales, like the charm damage is really going to add up. Yeah, I just need to put it in charm range. So pretty okay with this. If they take out my Como, even better because the Guzzlord really has nowhere to go at that point. Yeah, so I'm just going to let these moves go. Yeah, Guzzlord, yeah, and then my Switch Hammer's up, which is pretty good too. Oh, something to note that I haven't mentioned yet, but if you haven't figured out, this is the old meta. So this happened before September 3rd, before this GBL update. It just took me a second to collect all the footage and edit it, so just be aware of that, right? So you're like, wait, so stuff is getting the moves a little faster in mud shots because the moves are, still the old ones. But still, hopefully some entertaining battles for sure. We have DijonTheDjinn going against Ben here against FletchinDErella's story side. And we have Credilli, which is Dijon's probably favorite Pokemon, or one of his favorites. But it's definitely putting in some work here. It's actually pretty solid in this meta, I would say. Winning the lead, getting some crucial damage off, which is quite nice. And coming with a Tyrunt too. I like this. Ooh, getting a Dragon Claw through, or Dragon Tail through is pretty nice too. Yeah, this Tyrunt is actually putting in a ton of work. This fast attack, ooh, that fast attack damage is kind of nuts. And then it's going to be a Snorlax. This puts Dijon in a really commanding spot because he has a ton of energy. And he's going to just spam away at the Snorlax. Probably let the move go. And then just finish off with Samurai. Because Samurai Hydro Cannon is going to hurt a lot. Man, yeah, this Tyrunt's putting in a ton of work. It's definitely one of the stronger Pokemon in this meta. So I think the opponent recognized it and is just going to concede that match, which is good for Dijon because didn't have to show his third. So definitely could play strategic advantage. Oh, Grass Double Water. Pretty solid strategy, honestly. I mean, there's not too much that counters this, right? So Galvantula in the back would be kind of annoying, but I think both water types still have plenty of play as well. I think he's probably going to try to swap. No, he doesn't swap. Okay. Maybe he swaps eventually. I don't know. I think he's gonna kind of has to. Yeah, he's gonna try to drop maybe the Galvantula because he needs one way. He needs to see it somehow, right? If it's in the back. Ends up being Samurott, which is still a little awkward for this Lapras because this Meghorn does a lot. I think he goes for the Skull Bash, which is fine, but like if he doesn't land the Skull Bash, the Samurai actually gets a lot. Yeah, it's a really good shield from the opponent here. Goes for the Surf, doesn't get to it, and the Samurai's actually going to do a huge chunk of damage. Yeah, actually takes out even with the buff. Comes back in with Credilli. Just going to absorb the energy, I guess, and then maybe finish off with his own Samurai. This is still a little dicey. He has a shield. He kind of has to shield this, even though it's probably a Hydro Cannon. But it's just like you have so little health left at this point, right? And then comes in with the Sableye. Good overfarming from Dijon. But the problem is there's still a whole Pokemon in the back, and depending on what it is. Ooh, it's Galvantula. Okay. Goes for the Megahorn. I think realizing that he's not going to get to the double Hydro Cannon. Oh, just barely. Almost takes it out. Doesn't quite. Yeah. It was definitely the right play, though, because double Hydro Cannons wouldn't be enough. And so it goes down to Galvantula. So Galvantula was lurking in the back. But it's actually going to be a really good matchup for Dijon. I actually didn't even see what was in the lead. Maybe it was a Samurai. I don't know. For the opponent. But getting this matchup is really nice for Dijon and the Tyrunt. And doesn't quite take it out, but the Dragon Tail afterward does. Man, this Tyrunt really chunks. Oh, I think it's maybe a Lapras, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Gets off the Dragon Claw. I like that play because he wasn't going to get to 2 moves anyway. Dijon's also running the Shadow Galvantula. Oh, maybe it was something else. I might have missed it because otherwise, why would he come in Samurai into Lapras, right? Good bait. And choosing not to shield. Okay. Maybe it's a Samurai. Maybe that's why he's like so confident on no shielding there. Either way, gets to a Mega Horn. And it would take out the Lapras. Samurai. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, his Volster damage is going to do too much. As well as the lunge really adds up on damage as well. Oh my gosh, even neutral does quite a bit. Alright, Dijon's going to take the 2-1 victory. We got Rockhaven here playing Wasteland against HaveOne. And this is also a limited or field meta, I should say. Just like Polaris was the one that Dijon played in. This one is Wasteland. And as you can see, the Pokemon are quite different, right? There's a Ledian, there's a Roserade, there's like all sorts of Staraptor. Like, this meta is kind of wild, honestly. But it seems like a pretty fun one based on the matches I've seen from my teammates and from the ones we saw last week as well. Ooh, a fantastic catch, actually. Everything's neutral here, but still. Oh, no, not the Superpower, though. Okay, I thought they were going to go Rock Slide. Yeah, that's a huge catch from Rockhaven. Really good stuff. Goes for a Poison Fang. And looks like the opponent's running... What's that? Snarl? Snarl Wild Charge? I think it's Snarl, yeah. Interesting. Puts them in KO range. Ooh, gets to one final move. I think Rockhaven is content just letting this go. Probably gets a full Volt Switch off of this, which is really good energy. Yeah, it's very good. For the cost of taking one... Oh, and catches on Melmetal. That's fine. Really good catch, though, from the opponent, for sure. But you just throw this Thunder Punch. Ledian has a shield. That's a flying type, right? And then, yeah, and then you just go straight Flamethrower at this point. Probably could let this go. I don't even know what this is. Aerial Ace. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing that Ledian unfortunately has. I could just one-shot the Stunfisk. And yeah, going to close out the first one. Very strong win for Rockhaven. All right, let's go into game number 2 here. Score is 5-2 overall. Like I said, first 11 wins. And it's going to be a Lowland Sandshrew. I think a shiny one, too. But yeah, that's a very expensive investment for sure. It needs to be 100% or close to it, level 50. Probably ideally Best Buddy if you can do it. Ooh, they go for the hard-hitting Blizzard. Actually a very big shield from Rockhaven. And then getting the matchup he wants, which is that Skuntank versus Roserade. Man, these Poison Jabs are really chunking the Roserade, which is quite nice. I'm not really sure what he thought they were going to throw there. What could one-shot from that? I mean, I guess maybe a Leaf Storm does a lot of damage, but maybe he was just content. He was going to shield anyway. I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, he had to shield one of the moves, right? Like, as you can see, the Weather Ball was actually enough to... 2 of them would have been enough. Okay. Lands a Crunch. Gets taken out by probably, presumably, a Night Slash, but this is actually fine. And then it's going to be that Mew yet again. We've seen Wild Charge. I think that's all we've seen. Wild Charge Snarl, which is a very interesting combination. Gets to another Poison, which is actually really solid. I think he has energy on that Ampharos too, if I'm not mistaken. But Mew has to throw both moves here. Oh, actually has Overheat. Okay. Only nukes here. But unfortunately, even Overheat's not enough. Nidorina is actually quite bulky. Doubles up here on the Brutal Swing / Thunder Punch. And yeah, that should be plenty. All right, well played from Rockhaven to start this first one up. But no, that's 2-0 already. Yeah, Rockhaven's going for the sweep. Let's see if he can do it. And here we have Ampharos. And going to be a generally positive matchup versus the Mew here, especially knowing the moveset. I mean, one move is resisted with Wild Charge, and the other one is a very hard-hitting move that's not cheap. And honestly, baiting with Wild Charge is not the easiest thing. So ends up swapping over. Grabbing both shields was quite nice. Throws are Overheat, but just not a ton of damage. And then gets to the Dig. That's huge. Super effective non-stab. Not enough to KO, but still quite a bit of damage. I think Rockhaven is very comfortable here. Because, like, what could take out the 2 shield Ampharos at this point? Probably not much, right? Gonna just be an Aqua Tail. He might shield this. No, he lets it go. Okay. Very confident here. I mean, having 2 shield advantage with Skuntank in back is going to be very, very nice. Yeah, goes for a shield here, which I think is a good call because he already has to move. Is going to just throw the Brutal Swing. No over farming at all. Just want to take out the Mew. Yeah, and then here comes the Melmetal, and then 1 Flamethrower plus Thunder Punch should be enough. So really well played by Rockhaven in this match. Interesting fact about FletchinDErella's story. I think we played them. I think they were one of the first teams we ever played in Faction. So Faction, of course, another grassroots team format. The first running the 7-7 format. And I believe we played them, actually. They were our first opponents ever, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I don't know what's going on in this match. All right, looks like it's PolymersUp versus EmbiidTTP. And a little bit of lag, I think, right off the bat. But might have just been the screen recording and things looked fine on PolymersUp side or both players' side. I don't know. Either way, this match played out how it is. There were no disputes, so I assume things went out pretty well. But, ooh, that's a lot of damage, actually, landing on the Credilli. Okay. I think throw on Charge-Like Priority, actually really nice if that's the case. Alright, going to shield up. This is old Rock Slide, so it's going to do a lot more damage than the current Rock Slide. So, very, very nice to get that farm down on the Credilli. And then now in comes the Snorlax. This is actually quite nice as well because Snorlax doesn't really have anything to threaten the Frostlass. Some of them run like Heavy Slam or Earthquake or something, but most are running Superpower plus Bison here. I don't know if I love this swap, but he probably just didn't want to get farmed down. Oh, try to call something there, but did not call it. They go for back-to-back Superpower. Oh, man. It's tough. I think he probably thought they were going for the bait. I thought PolymersUp was in a good spot there, but I guess the opponent actually got some strong outplay in the mid to late game. So well done, for sure. We got the Dene in the back line here. Very curious to see how that's going to do. I mean, it is going to do quite well into... Wait, what? Yeah, the Dene's still back there. I thought I missed it. It's going to definitely do solid into Tyrant, but Tyrant has a lot of play into as well. Go straight for the Grass Knot. I like this play. Ooh, they survive with just a little bit of health. Okay. Not too bad. But let's see how this goes. Gets the Grass Knot off, which is more damage. So definitely the better move to throw in this mirror match. It doesn't quite get to the second move. I don't know if Polymer shields this or not. Oh, he does. Okay, he wants to get this move off. I think that's fair because the Credilli is kind of annoying for the Dene takeout. So now you put it in Thundershock / Lick range, which is kind of nice. And then Poly's going to go for the bait here. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's kind of a weird one. They're probably going... Oh, they went... Oh, man. He's just not surviving here. This is actually not the easiest matchup. I mean, there's not a lot of health on Credilli, so I think PolymersUp is fine for the most part. But you never know. I think he's going to want to do back-to-back Thundershock if possible. It's fine to throw it right now to grab that shield. The opponent's definitely going to shield out here, right? Oh, goes for the combo play. Can you Thundershock down is the real question. Oh, that's actually a sick catch from Poly there. Okay, really well played. All right, I thought he was out of it, but gets the aggressive farm down, gets the catch as well. Massive catch. And, of course, you're going to Charge-Like Priority. So, good place in the end from Poly for sure. It seemed like there were a lot of Pokemon that like he was hoping would survive with like 1 HP, but just like did not hang on. So, but found the comeback in the end. He is running Ice Beam Surf, which I think is an interesting moveset choice. Definitely the Ice Beam is going to be better against Tyrant. Okay, this is an interesting catch. Like it was a catch, but like if he's going to shield the move anyway, like it doesn't really, the catch doesn't matter that much. But it does help that he has a lot of energy coming into the Samurott right here. I don't know what they have in the back, why they would bring Samurott into the Credilli with energy. Like, I feel like there's got to be something better, right? Because that Samurott didn't really do much. Might have been a miscue. I was trying to think what could be so weak to the Samurott, to the Credilli in the back. Maybe Tyrant? I don't know, but don't you just come in Tyrant into the Credilli? Maybe the Dene? I don't know. The Dene would make sense too, so you're saving for the Lapras, but just like... The Samurott just didn't get a lot of value. Oh, it's own Credilli. What? Interesting. Might have been a misclick. Oh my gosh, and the Ice Beam lands too. With a huge Ice Beam, you can just comfortably no shield. Yeah, the surprise factor on that is definitely nice. This is also, for those that aren't aware, is closed team sheets, unlike the official championship series format. So you don't know what moveset your opponent is running. Probably just going to let that Snorlax go down and just go for the Ice Shard down, which solid play. Okay, PolymersUp is going to take the 2-1 victory there. We're 9-3. Much better start than last week against Gochame Salad. And again, we just need 11 points to clinch it. But I'll show all the battles as well because they were all really solid battles, I think. Scizor. Also Wasteland meta, but just a little bit different teams, which is kind of interesting. I like that a lot of these teams are like different, so that even though it's the same meta and same weird meta, but you got Fearow on one side, like you got Pangoru, like you got double water move, Quillfish. It's super interesting. I will say that. All right, this Mew is running Volt Switch instead of Snarl, so one key thing to note. And look like there might be a little bit lag there. I'm not really sure. Waiting on the switch timer a little bit and going for the Brutal Swing. Oh, huge catch. Actually, double resisted on the Pangoru. Wow. Okay, good play for sure. Very good play. I think you have to shield this, right? You have to respect the potential close combat. Wow, they went straight for the close combat. What? Okay, man, that Pangoru actually got the close combat way faster than I thought it would. This is before I even got Karate Chop, and Karate Chop got buffed for this season. So my guess is this upcoming week we're going to see a lot of Pangoru and in this meta. Oh, it's Flame Charge too. Flame Charge, but doesn't even KO actually after the debuff, which is kind of interesting. Oh man, does Twastell get to another move? Probably not. No, not quite. Okay, Flame Charge Mew definitely coming in clutch for Raw right here in that first game. Its boosted Shadow Claw really added up too. But yeah, that's wild. I mean, I thought that, especially with Pangoru going back-to-back close combat, I thought that Twastell was in a good position. But you never know what Mew's running, and in that situation, it's running Flame Charge. The other opponent was running Snarl, Wild Charge, Overheat. This one's running Volt Switch, Flame Charge. We haven't seen the second move yet, but it could be very interesting to see how that plays out. All right, we swap over to the Melmetal. I actually like this swap a lot because you force the energy here, which is really nice because it's only neutral, but that Night Slash actually kind of hurt. Like, these are actually really adding up. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought that it was like a good thing that the Melmetal just absorbing this energy, but this Scizor is actually kind of putting it quite low. All right, has the energy for Superpower. Probably close to Rock Slide energy. Okay, yeah, goes for the Superpower here. Probably got away with Rock Slide, but I think Superpower is fine because it means that Twastell gets the Superpower sooner. Oh, looks like a Charge Attack priority. That's pretty big. Probably an Undercharge, which is really smart by the opponent to get more energy. And then comes in with the Stunfisk. The Melmetal on Raw's side is not debuffed yet, so that's something to know. Oh, it's a Mew. That's huge. NG lead as well on the Skuntank. Should be GG's. Oh yeah, still 2 shields. Yeah, there's no way. I'm really curious what the second move is on Mew. Let's see if they actually reveal it or not. But yeah, fantastic recovery from Twastell in the second game. All right, going to game number 3 here. I don't know if I add the points right there or not, but I think it's 5-9. Yeah. Could be wrong. I don't know. Either way, we get the Pangoru quite low, and then goes for another Thunder Punch, and we get a shield. I think either way. Oh, they have a Rock Slide. Interesting. Probably get double shield and farm down. Oh, let's it go. Oh yeah, no, last second shield. I didn't even see the shield come up. Yeah, I like that call because you have so much energy on the Ampharos. You don't really want to let it go. And if you look at the backline of Raw, or just Raw's team in general, this Ampharos has a lot of play. Nothing walls it off, right? So that's actually quite nice. Might even get a shield back. Swaps out actually instead. Interesting to see what they might have in the back. It could be Scizor, it could be Quillfish, maybe Mew even. Having the Brutal Swing for the Mew later is definitely very nice. Throws this on Charge Attack priority, which is huge. Really good counting. Or just good coincidence. I don't know if he was counting or not. Okay, it is going to be the Mew in the back. I think you have to bring in Ampharos here. It's like, it's awkward, but like, you need this chip damage, and also like if you come in Melmetal and they start ramping up with Flame Charge, it could be bad. Oh, survives just to get another boost off. That's actually massive. That might clinch the game here. Yeah, it does one shots, and then very nice, very nice. All right, Twastell closing out with a 2-1, I believe. So very, very strong performance so far from the team. I think everyone's gone positive. And this is going to be Master League. Definitely a fun league. You don't see a lot of these Pokemon super often maxed out. But that's a maxed out Virizion in Master League. We got Garchomp. We got Hydreigon, Mega Gardevoir. You could use Megas, but Again, there is like a point structure to it, so you can't use like multiple megas or what. I mean, you can't use multiple megas in general because you can only mega one Pokemon at a time. So what's the point, right? But I think it's a limit on 1 mega Pokemon per team, and yeah, it's point system and everything. So Smelmetal is actually taking a bit of time to take out this Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir is actually pretty bulky, and the charm damage, even resist, is actually doing a decent amount. This Mega Gardevoir is able to muscle through a Melmetal, which is kind of nutty. Alright, I have no idea what this thing has. Shadow Ball, and maybe... Oh yeah, we saw Triple Axel, so that makes sense. Maybe just couldn't get to another move. I don't know. I mean, it is still neutral. Alright, it's going to be a Nihilego, which is going to wall off this... It's going to wall off the... What do you call it? Ho-Oh? But... maybe double shield here? I don't know. It's super awkward. Okay, has to just farm down here. Okay, they don't get to move. That's actually pretty big. So I think Monstars needs to debuff on this Sacred Fire to have a chance to get to the next move. Or maybe not. Oh, yeah, got the debuff. Nice. And gets Incinerate down. Yeah, even the Nihilego walls off there too. It just couldn't really throw any moves at that point. Terrible lead. It is going to be the Charm variant again. Say Swaps to Ho-Oh. This is looking a lot harder. I don't know. I probably would have Say Swap the Melmetal, but like... At the same time, you don't want it on the Virizion, but also, if there's a Virizion on the back, you end up losing anyway, right? Like, what are you going to do? Because it just core breaks the Melmetal and the Palkia. Is there a way to win this? I don't know my Master League matchups that well. So, maybe he's trying to muscle through this. Oh, he can't. Yeah, no, he can't do shield through this. Okay. Yeah, it's still going to one-shot. It's going to be interesting. Goes with aggressive farm down. I like this play a lot. But I don't know. He needs like a Skeletor or something in the back for Monstars to be able to finish this off. Very aggressive farm down, but hopefully it is worth it. Ends up being Virizion. Yeah. Gonna be core broken here either way, I think. Goes to the back-to-back superpower, which I think is a solid play. Maybe throws one and then swaps. Okay, yep. Tries to catch a Sacred Sword. Unfortunately not able to. But I really like the mechanics from Monstars there to try to go for that play. I think it's just a little too hard, though. I don't even know how you take out this Gardevoir. Because, yeah, you throw energy, but we saw how tanky Gardevoir is. And I think a triple Axle plus some charms enough. Oh, actually shields, too. Going for the flex play. I like it. I mean, I think there's no way the opponent loses anyway. Goes to the Shadow Ball. So they're going to pick up a point there for FletchinDErella story. But we have 11. So we've won the series, which is nice. The bouts. And the week against FletchinDErella. But we're going to try to get as many points as we can and see what happens. Liquidation is going to come out. I've never seen a Master League Golisopod against a Master League Ho-Oh. So this is an interesting sight. But the Golisopod is kind of holding its own. Yeah, this is actually going to be kind of interesting. Goes for the bait too. Pretty massive bait. I think Monsters didn't want to have to shield a potential another X-Scissor. So it doesn't go for the optimization. But what the heck is going on? This Golisopod's actually being the Ho-Oh, which is kind of nuts. Was not expecting that. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Probably it's a neutral move either way here. Debuff does come through. But we got Mega Slowbro. And we'll see what we could do here. I think the opponent is... I don't even think they're locked in. So I'm actually kind of confused. Oh, it's Virizion. I see. It's actually kind of an awkward matchup here. Might be able to shield and gets the Ice Beam. Oh no, doesn't go for it. I think this is a solid play too. Oh wait. Oh my gosh. Wait, he doesn't get to it? That's kind of weird. I thought he would have. Okay, Monster's just going to save his shields, which I think this is a really solid play. Why didn't they throw Leaf Blade? Do they have Stone Edge? They must have Stone Edge as a second move, which makes sense. Alright, so Monsters, it's still a good play for Monsters. Recognizing that it's all neutral damage against the Gardevoir, so able to finish it off. Nice. Okay, so it is going to pick up 2 points there for our team, 2-1. And I think this is our final matchup. It's going to be DFH versus RanPastTents. And yeah, this is a pretty solid matchup. DFH is one of our players from Japan, so obviously you can see the texts are in Japanese, but I think we'll probably figure out what moves are being thrown for the most part. Definitely going to be a matchup he's happy to see. This is Great League, but point system. You could also use Megas in Great League and Ultra League. Fun fact. not just Ultra League, not just Master League, I should say. So there's a Mega Sableye that I really hope we see. I don't know if we see or not because I've never seen this footage yet, but that would be really dope because I don't know what that would even look like. His backline is pretty strong into Mega Sableye though, so yeah. Let's see, comes in, Whimsicott. Don't want to shield the first Icy Wind, but probably needs to shield the second one. Oh wait, was that Ice Punch? I think that was Ice Punch. Interesting. Okay, they opted for the Ice Punch, which is definitely cheaper to go for. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good for the Clodsire. The Scald is going to hurt, but I don't think it's going to do enough. Yeah. Maybe the plays double Stone Edge. I don't know. Goes to the Earthquake, though. I think it's enough to... Yeah, it's you could just Mudshot down. Oh, that's even worse that you get the Mudshot down. And it gets to the Earthquake, yeah. And there's energy on the Whimsicott, so DFH in a pretty commanding position here. And is going to take the do the Mudshot down. And yeah, pull off a game there, which is really, really nice. And here we have a matchup against Hakamo. I believe this is the third match, actually. DFH won the second one as well, but didn't save the footage or lost it. So technically the score is 6-14 right now. I might have to adjust the score later, so if the score is different from what I'm saying right now, it's because I probably recognize I misadded something somewhere. I think it was a Twastell matchup that I misadded. But anyway, we'll fix that on the post end. Pelipper does take out the Hakamo, but it's kind of a closer matchup than I would have expected. And then Switch locks himself in here with the Clodsire. I like this play because he has a Scrafty in the back, and you really don't want to see the Poliwrath on it. So just brings this in, hoping that the opponent stays in the match, which seems like that's what RanPastTents is doing. So maybe there's a chance here for the Scrafty in the back. We'll see. Does it happen or not? Okay, doesn't throw on Charge Attack priority. Ice Punch is not enough to KO. Ooh, wait. Is that Mudshotter? Was it... Oh, no. I thought you know what Stunfisk came through. Okay, this is... it's a little uncomfortable, unfortunately, because there's a shield on the side of Tentacruel. Yes, you have super effective Thunder Punch, but it just doesn't do enough. Plus, the counter damage not enough. Like, you still need to get to 2 more Thunder Punch at a minimum. Yeah, I don't think you do it, especially with the debuff. Yeah, this is going to be kind of tough. I think DFH has to pull off something miraculous here to win this match. Yeah, I can't even catch it on anything at this point. But even if he caught, I don't think he gets... Oh, and they had Acid Spray. Yeah, it's not good. Oh, yeah, everything's going to go down. So, opponent is going to win right there. I think the final score is 7-14, but I might be mistaken. It might be 6-15. So, whatever score you see on screen is the correct one. I just went back and changed the numbers. But yeah, really great performance from everyone on Cool Cat's side. Definitely some close matches, so definitely GG's to our opponents, FletchinDErella. But I believe every single person went at least 2-1 or 3-0. So, very strong performance across the board from the squad. And looking forward to the following week. So, hope you all enjoy the footage. I have more info about Battle Frontier down below if you want to follow along. That's going to be week number 2 for us. We're 2-0 in the Battle Tower, and stay tuned for more. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you like it, feel free to give it a like and share. Subscribe for future content. Let me know down below if you like these team format videos or not, and if you hate it, let me know why. But yeah, other than that, hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.